Hi friends, this is Diecast channel. Take a look at this 1969 Pontiac Grand Prix 429 SJ in this video. This is a very nice car made in 1/18 scale by ERTL. Well, Pontiac Grand Prix back in 1969 has shrunk a little bit compared to 1968, but still had one of the longest hoods at a time. This car had a 429 engine which developed around 390 horsepower. So it was a muscle car performance allied with a luxury comfort. So this was a very nice car at the time and still is. Let's take a look at this engine here. That's a 429, which is a big block blue Pontiac engine with all details, all things that are supposed to be in the engine bay. The engine bay itself, it's very well made with the reservoirs. The hinges are very well made indeed. Brake system, no cables and wires, pulleys, an alternator, air filter, and all components that are supposed to be in here. So this engine bay, I would say it's really well taken care of. The hood opens and closes correctly, so there are no issues about this. Windshield wipers are concealed behind the hood, just like it was common with those cars at the time. The trim is made correctly with a chrome decal or something like that. This part of the chrome is made in silver paint, and this one, that's an issue because ERTL missed this part. So I would say this would be nice to be detailed. Opening the passenger door, we can see the seats that tilt, just like the ones on Highway 61. They do not adjust. The headliner, which is made on the Windows acrylic piece. The dashboard, which is correct with all details, buttons, knobs, and wood grain finishing right here with a trim around it, them. The glove compartment does not open. It's chrome trim right here, which is very well made. Door also opens and closes correctly. There's no misalignment. There's a Grand Prix badge right here and a trim, which is a separate piece right here, and a trim around the wheel well, which is a decal actually. The wheels and tires are perfect. They're very well made. I really like those Mac wheels. They look very nice. The color is nice indeed. It looks like some sort of maroon or burgundy red. I'm not quite sure of it. The rear of the car is very realistic, as we can see those taillights and the bumper with the license plate. It's actually a New York license plate. The trunk doesn't open because this line is a little bit simpler than one I've shown before with seat belts and stuff. The wheels, driver's door, as we open, we can see the pedals, steering wheel. It's tears with the wheels. As I turn the wheels, the steering wheel turns as well. There's an automatic transmission and a console. Door handle is a separate piece. The mirror is in the right proportion. And the bottom of the car, as we can see, is that same plastic piece ERTL usually makes. The mufflers are separate pieces in the correct color. The gas tank is in the correct color. Suspension doesn't have any coil springs, anything like that, so it's fixed both in the rear and in the front. They're quite simple pieces. The engine is in the correct color. The oil filter could use a little work here since it's got some cast markings in here, but they're okay. This is body and chassis car, so we can see the chassis and the body and different plastic textures, so they can simulate correctly. The tires are correctly made. The car is very well made as a whole. It's a very nice car, so I would say that from 0 to 10, this car would take a 9. I just wouldn't give it a 10 because of this trim and because of the non-opening trunk lid. But the rest of the car is perfect. It's really very well made. ERTL has done a very good job in this car. By the way, a little tip I give you to keep diecast cars in good shape is when you unbox them, remove the seals and those plastic bands that hold the doors and the hood closed, because those plastic bands sometimes tend to stick to the paint, and sometimes you can ruin the paint. You can trim. So I'd like to thank you for all views, for likes and comments, for all subscriptions. Please don't forget to subscribe my channel, to click the bell for news, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.